The 2025 Motogp preseason test has officially concluded, a crucial moment for teams and riders to perfect final settings before the first race of the season. The session not only helped determine the direction of bike development, but also provided an early glimpse of each team's strengths and weaknesses. Some teams showed significant improvements, while others were still struggling to overcome various technical challenges. On the other hand, there were riders who left the test full of confidence, while others found themselves under a lot of pressure ahead of the opening Grand Prix. So where do the teams stand after the preseason test, and what are their expectations for the season? Let's have an in-depth discussion. The 2025 Motogp preseason test has officially come to an end, providing an early glimpse of the competitive landscape that will unfold throughout the season. The test, which took place at the Sepang International Circuit in Malaysia and the Chong International Circuit in Buram, Thailand, was an opportunity for teams and riders to test the performance of the bike and adjust strategies ahead of the official start of the season. The results of this test showed the dominance of Ducati, the impressive adaptation of Marc Márquez to his new team, as well as several surprises from other teams and riders. One of the main highlights of this preseason test was the brilliant performance of Marc Márquez with the Ducati Lenovo factory team. Having officially joined Ducati for the 2025 season, Márquez has adapted exceptionally well to the Desmosedici GP25. At Buram, he set the fastest time of 1z28.855, approaching the track record of 1z28.700 held by Francesco Bagnaia. Márquez was also consistent in the race simulation, with an average time of 1z30.361, faster than the average race time of Jorge Martin in 2023. Márquez's rapid adaptation was evident not only in his lap times, but also in his ability to provide valuable technical input to the team. He and Bagnaia had similar feedback on the bike's performance, despite their different riding styles. This made it easier for the Ducati technical team to perfect the Desmosedici GP25 for the competition season. Although Ducati has prepared the Desmosedici GP25 as the main bike for the 2025 season, the Italian manufacturer has decided to retain some key components from the GP24. This decision mainly concerns the engine, chassis, and aerodynamics, which are still considered capable of offering the best performance to their riders. This decision has not been taken without reason. After a series of intensive tests and in-depth evaluations during the test, the Ducati team concluded that several elements of the GP24 still offer a better level of stability and reliability compared to the latest version. This factor is the main consideration in determining the bike's development strategy for the coming season. In addition, the technical regulations imposed by the championship organizers, in particular the freeze on engine development until 2027, have also influenced Ducati's decision to take a more conservative approach. By choosing to keep the majority of components that have proven their worth, Ducati hopes to maintain consistent performance throughout the season without having to take any major risks with drastic changes. With this strategy, Ducati is trying to ensure that its bike remains competitive on the track, while continuing to make gradual developments in other areas that still allow for improvement within the limits of current regulations. It was not only Marc Márquez who stole the show on the track, but his younger brother Alex Márquez also put in an exceptional performance for the Gresini Ducati satellite team. In various test sessions held at the Sepang circuit in Malaysia and Buram in Thailand, Alex has been very competitive. He consistently posted impressive times and even managed to finish second on several occasions, just behind his older brother Marc Márquez. This result is real proof that the Ducati GP24 bike used by the satellite team is still powerful and able to compete with the factory team. This advantage shows that the Ducati satellite team is still very competitive and able to offer serious resistance at the front. With a promising lap record, Alex Márquez has the potential to be one of the strongest competitors this season, giving the Gresini Ducati team great hope of achieving the best results. Aprilia continues to show very positive development throughout this preseason, with various improvements visible in various technical aspects and on-track performance. Despite the great challenge posed by the absence of injured Jorge Martin, the team did not lose its way. Marco Bezzecchi, who was entrusted to fill the void, was able to perform very well and showed impressive performances in every test session. As well as setting competitive lap times, Bezzecchi provided valuable input into the development of the RS GP25 bike. His feedback helped the team to refine various technical aspects to make the bike perform better in different racing conditions. The consistency shown by Bezzecchi during the preseason is a strong indication that Aprilia is increasingly ready to compete with its rivals. With all these improvements, Aprilia seems to be maturing to become one of the serious challengers that can shake Ducati's dominance in the coming season. Bezzecchi's promising performance and the continuous development of their bike show that this team has made a big step towards greater competitiveness in the championship. On the other hand, Yamaha face a big challenge, especially in terms of the top speed of their bike. Although Fabio Quartararo has shown significant development in terms of handling and is able to optimize the potential of his bike in various corners, the M1 still has difficulties when it comes to competing on the straight. Compared to Ducati and Aprilia, Yamaha's bike is still behind in terms of top speed, which is one of the key factors in the current Motogp competition. This situation is a major concern for the Yamaha team, especially in the run-up to the season opener, where straight-line performance often determines the opportunity to achieve competitive results. Yamaha's technical team continues to search for the best solution to increase the bike's competitiveness without sacrificing other aspects that are already its strengths, such as agility and stability when entering corners. Meanwhile, KTM has also had a varied pre-season with different dynamics within the team. Pedro Acosta, a debutant rider who has been in the spotlight for many parties, was able to impress with competitive times in several test sessions. He also showed exceptional ability in tire management during race simulations, an aspect that is crucial in the long MotoGP competition. His speed and composure on track have made him one of the most promising rookies this season. On the other hand, several other KTM riders are still struggling to adapt to the RC16. Maverick Vinales and Enea Bastianini, for example, are still trying to find their confidence on the bike, especially when braking and accelerating out of corners. Consistency in the bike's performance is still the main focus for the KTM team, who continue to work hard to improve the bike's balance and stability in order to be more competitive on different track conditions. One of the incidents that came to the fore during the pre-season test at the Sepang circuit was the accident suffered by Jorge Martin. The mainstay of the Aprilia racing team was involved in 2 serious crashes on the first day of testing, resulting in serious injuries. Martin suffered a fracture of the 5th metacarpal of his right hand and fractures of the 3rd, 4th and 5th metatarsals of his left foot. As a result of these injuries, he was forced to miss the remainder of the test and had to undergo surgery to recover. This situation raises major concerns about his physical readiness for the season opener in Thailand, given the relatively short recovery time. Martin's absence from testing could also have an impact on the technical preparations of the Aprilia team, who are losing one of their key riders at a crucial stage in the development of the bike. After a difficult couple of seasons, Honda has started to make a comeback this pre-season. Alex Espargaro was impressed with the performance of the RC213V, which exceeded his expectations and boosted the team's confidence. Joan Mir also posted competitive times, indicating that the latest developments are producing real results. Although there are still aspects that need to be improved, especially the consistency of performance, this progress is a positive sign. By continuing to improve the bike, Honda have the opportunity to return to the front of the pack and challenge the dominance of their rivals. With all the drama and developments that have taken place, MotoGP 2025 promises to be a fierce battle from start to finish. Will Ducati's dominance continue, or will there be big surprises from other teams and riders? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section.